right, y'all. Welcome back to Fight Talk with me, Jimmy Dukes. We're here with the one, the only, Carlitos Way. What's up, man? How are you, Mr. Carlos Pacheco? Joining us.
Really
Good, man. How are you, brother? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good as I can be on fight week.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. Another event lined up for us here at Speaking Rock. Quick follow up from the last one. Was great, man.
Yeah.
It was great. You guys put on a great show. The fighters went out there and fought. You know what I mean? A lot of finishes. How'd you feel from that last event now leading up to this one?
Um, it was good. Like I just feel like it was so rushed because we only had like 3 months between events. So yeah, straight from April. I already had a few fights. So when that was going on, I already had a few fights matched up.
Yeah, I know that was cool because after the main event, we got that nice little teaser with Ian going in and facing out with Jacobo, and that kind of set the tone for this card, man. We got 15 fights lined up at the time that you guys were looking into this, and I appreciate your time. I wanted to break down the card with you, and I think this is a great opportunity for people to kind of start looking around and see who the fighters are before leading up to this, huh?
Yes, definitely. Right now is the perfect time because we're like in fight week. So if there's a fighter you're not familiar with, there's a poster that you don't know, like we'll explain to you who they are right now.
Yeah, man, and it's cool because I know some of the fighters. I don't know all of them, but you're the promoter, so you're gonna do a good job of kind of giving everybody a heads up. I think it's a great opportunity to everybody to know who everybody is before going in the cage. I always feel like I always try to fill that gap between like I'm a fan, but also I cover it, so this way I actually know what kind of questions to ask because a lot of people are looking forward to the event, but they don't know who's fighting. So I think, this is a great opportunity to everybody. How you said it, like, hey, that guy's from the poster. He's from here. All right, cool. I'm going for him.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, man. So let's start from the
Even
bottom.
me,
yeah, go for it.
I was like, even me, like when I'm like talking to coaches and stuff, and they send me their like fighters' names, like I don't know who everyone is.
Yeah.
So I had to like kind of look them up and like, okay, do they make sense for the show? Like, who
Yeah.
are they? Like, So yeah, and if I don't know them, I'm at least gonna put them with someone I do know because at least one of them has to be like, like the oh fuck kind of person.
Yeah, definitely, man. So let's start at the bottom of the card. Starting off with Ortiz versus Guillen. Tell me a little bit about what this is and what weight class is in.
Okay, so this is like the first of its kind for us. So these are two strikers.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're two strikers. Irvin, if you guys know him, Chino, he's one of my students. Amazing striker, super good striker. Fast, like his angles, his footwork, just great striker. And this fight is actually striking only fight in MMA gloves.
What? Oh, we're going like a little bit of one action over there, one championship. Yeah. Hey, that's dope.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, so it's striking only, everything allowed, knees, elbows, punches, kicks, clinch, sweeps, everything, just no takedowns and MMA, like no ground and pound stuff.
Yes.
It's only striking, but in 4-ounce gloves.
Nice. Was that something that you guys wanted to try or just like for just this fight? You know what I mean? Because I mean, I'm a fan of just all type of, combat sports, but I've seen one championship do just jujitsu or Muay Thai with my gloves or kickboxing. So the fact that you guys are bringing up first fight of the night, hey guys, don't worry about the takedowns. We're gonna see some kickboxing and some elbows, right?
Yeah, it's just straight striking. So what I wanted to do previously was I wanted to do like a smaller event of only Muay Thai and MMA gloves or just striking. But I mean, it's kind of hard to do a whole event of just that. So I was like, fuck it, I could just throw it in here.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's the opening fight, because like the first of its kind for us. So
nice.
I can put it anywhere on the card. It's going to be super entertaining.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's a way to really kick off the show. Like last time that we did Santana and Nico, like I always want to start off the show with like a badass fight.
Yeah.
That's what's really going to get you engaged into the show. So it's only striking. This guy, I think his name is Joshua or something like that. Guillen. I don't know if it's Joshua. I could be wrong. I think it's Joshua Guillen from 520 Muay Thai in Tucson. So it's just a straight striking gym. So yeah, like I mean, I'm gonna be cornering because Irvin's my student,
Yeah.
but I'm super fucking excited to watch this. Like,
Yeah,
who doesn't
man.
like just striking? Like, it's for the people that always say like when the fight goes to the ground, like, oh, get up,
Yeah.
boring. Like, okay,
Well, here we
watch
go.
this fight.
Right, here we go. Start off the card strong with straight striking. So, and that's gonna be about like 155, 145, what
They're 145. Yeah,
145. Ooh, killers.
yeah,
And I know Chino too. I forget his last name is Ortiz. So the fact that Guillen's coming down here to fight, a crowd favorite, man. I'm looking forward to that one as a first one. But
yeah.
moving up, the next fight up, Martinez versus Anderson. Let's get into that one a little bit.
Yeah. So Danny Martinez, he was actually supposed to fight Chino on our CFC1 show, actually. And that one I knew was going to be fight of the night because Danny is, I mean, he's well rounded everywhere, but he's primarily a striker. So he's very entertaining, young kid as well. I think he's like 19 or 20, out of J Pages, which
Okay.
now they're just, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And then he's fighting VJ Anderson, who's making his debut. But I mean, you were at the show 2 weeks ago in Cruises. Like, Berchik's guys win like 3-0 or 2-0 or something like that. So he's from Berchik's gym.
Oh.
He's a debuter as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're coming from that gym, so they're super good.
Yeah. I know
His
both of them.
guy- his,
Yeah, both gyms are, I mean, breeding killers. I mean, a lot of gyms are, but the fact that I know them against each other. So we got a debut versus, somebody from J Pages. So how excited for you as a second fight?
I'm super excited. Danny's really entertaining to watch, man. And I feel robbed that I didn't get to see him versus Gabriel at CFC3, because I think that would have just been a fucking badass fight. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's coming back, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a very, very entertaining fighter. And if Anderson's coming from Berchik's gym, I know he's super well rounded.
Yeah. So Arizona.
Yeah, pretty much Danny. We've kind of adopted him as a legend. He's down with these guys, so,
Right. I think any of the fighters that come down here ended up loving El Paso, so we adopt all of them. But yeah, 14th fight, Martinez versus Anderson. Moving up from that one, Zamora versus Flores. Let's get into that one.
Yes. So Isaiah Zamora, he was at a team out in Cruces. He just came with us not too long ago. And he's fighting David Flores from Rough House in Odessa.
Okay.
David Flores fought on CFC2. He fought one of my guys, Aaron Lara. He lost, but he was super entertaining because as soon as the fight started, he like ran out and started just throwing at Aaron. And Isaiah is a very good striker. So this fight is gonna be, they're just gonna be on their feet.
Yeah. You like when guys get after it right away? You like when guys get after it right away, make it a point to get in the center of the cage?
Yeah, I do as a fan, but as a coach, I'm like, oh, bitch, like.
It's like tearing at your heart. Yeah, tearing at your heart. That's funny because we've always talked about that. We always say how much we love fighting and combat sports. And it's funny because you're like, hey, man, go out there and kill him. But hold on, wait a little bit. We got to plan this out because I'm coaching too.
Yeah, so like we're in the back talking and stuff. Like before I'm Carlos from Elite, I'm still Carlos from CFC. And I'm out there like telling people like, hey, you're here to put on a show, people paid money, this and that. And then I put on my Elite shirt. I'm like, no, fucker, don't
slow down.
Like, be smart. Yeah, be smart.
Right.
Fight for sure. So I doubt it'll make it past the first because they're both really, really good strikers. They're just very explosive.
Nice. And what weight class is that one in? Zamora versus Flores.
Welterweight, 170.
170. Ooh, some big dudes. I like we have a lot. We have a lot of smaller guys that we're getting into between. I like those in between because like you see some power. So looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
All right, moving up. Next one. Ooh, Solaita versus Gin. Holy smokes.
Yeah. So they're very, very similar builds. They're just tall, like,
dude,
lanky, skinny guys. Yeah.
Is that 155 too? At 155?
I think they're doing 45.
Oh my god.
No, 55.
I was saying, I was like, both of them, they're gonna be skeletons. They're tall as shit too.
Yeah. They're super tall. I think they're both like 6'2". It's gonna be a really good fight because they're pretty much the same person.
Yeah.
Like they prefer to strike, but the ground is there. I saw Isaiah win. I forgot what event it was, but he just wrestled the whole fight. So I mean, he has wrestling. But they just prefer to strike. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be it's a very even fight. The records are exactly the same. So it was it was super simple to make that fight.
Yeah, man. I know Gin didn't go his way on the last one, but he,
Yeah,
yeah, man. I was looking him up, and he seemed like he had a great stand up game and stuff like that. We didn't get to see it. It went to Shooter went down, and they take him down and went for a submission. But yeah, him and Solaita. Now the fact that how you said their builds, they're tall, they're lean. I mean, I'm sure they could go to the ground, but I'm sure they're gonna stand and
yeah,
bang, right?
yeah. For sure, I feel like this is gonna just like it's gonna stay standing. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a very entertaining fight.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Yeah, man. Solaita out of Otero Sports, and if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
Gin out of Albuquerque. So,
yeah. He's
and
out of Jackson's.
yeah, man. Ooh, man. Awesome. All right, moving up. Ramirez versus Dunaway.
So it's actually Dunaway. Unfortunately, had to pull out. So she is now Ramirez is fighting Lourdes. I can't say her last name, but I'm gonna butcher it. It's Shukair, something like that. She's out of Boxing Inc. in Tucson. They have a huge team out there.
Mhm.
So she stepped up like on 2 weeks or a week notice, and she's a striker.
Nice.
So she just came off a kickboxing win. So it should be a really. I mean, any female fight is super
Yeah.
entertaining. There's just I don't know, man. They come out banging. So yeah, I'm super excited. Well, I'm gonna be cornering that one as well.
Mhm.
So I'm super excited for that one. And I'm always happy as a promoter or matchmaker when a new team comes down from another city because I want them to experience what CSC is.
What's it called? And then, if I'm not mistaken, Ramirez fought at CFC2. You know what I mean? She was the only
Yeah,
female on the card as well, and that was cool. I mean, I love seeing all types of people fight, but I mean, when girls are fighting, man, I just feel like it's like, and she was so game. I remember Ramirez, it wasn't going her way, but she was game the whole time, man. She was like, her face is like a
yeah,
stone cold killer, dude. Like the way she just looks so innocent,
yeah,
but she's like trying to rip your head off.
yeah. She's super good. Yeah. So I'm really excited for that fight.
Yeah, awesome, man. And I don't want to butcher her name. I'm looking at it right now too, but we're looking forward to her coming down and that being a key
Yeah.
match for the card, for the women's division there. But moving up from there, De La Salle. And I don't even want to.
Nico.
Yeah, Nico versus Juliar
Juan Coyar.
Coriar with that little Inye. The Inye got me.
Yeah, Juan Coyar.
Yeah. So 9 lives.
Desert Diner.
Yeah.
9 lives. I like Nico, man. I really like Nico. He's super entertaining. Just cool guy. And then Juan, they're out of Desert Dynasty, so it's the first time we've had Anthony and his team come down.
Awesome.
But they do. I mean, they've been fighting forever. Like, yeah, Anthony's been like that team has been around forever. So again, I'm excited for them to come down and be part of the show. And I know Anthony, he what's the word? He produces very good fighters.
Yeah.
So Richard Jennings right now fucking quite a crazy streak. Beat me. But yeah, man. So that team has some badasses on there, man. So I'm super excited for this. So Nico's super entertaining.
Yeah, man. I know it didn't go his way the last event, but I know, and I spoke to him as well in an interview, man. But he seems like he's ready to go and ready to put on a show because he loves coming down here. And I think that's one good thing for you guys as a promotion is guys that look forward to come back and down here, man. And I know he has said, man, I called Carlos up and I said, give me a match. I'm ready to go, man. So the fact that you found him. You found him an opponent who's just as game, man. That's going to be another fireworks there at the next slot there. 155 or 170? Yeah, 170?
155.
155?
155.
Ooh.
Yeah, but we're going to have to bring Nico down to 7 lives now. He can't do 9 lives anymore.
Right. Stop losing all those lives, Nico, man. But we're excited to see him come down here and put on a show and showcase his skills, man. But moving up, McDill versus Lopez. Let's get into that one. I want to say 135, 145 for that one.
135. Yes, bantamweight. So we have Adan Lopez, who trains with us at Elite. He trains over with Jackie at Bloodline, and then he does at 10 Planet as well. And then Mark, he's out of Jackson's. He fought on CFC 2, I believe. He fought Rudy, or CFC 3, one of those two. He fought Rudy. So I know he's a very good fighter. He was just pressing forward the whole time. And I think it's going to make for a very good fight because Adan, though he's a wrestler, he prefers to strike.
Yeah.
So I think those guys are just going to meet him in the middle and just bang it out.
Yeah, I remember McDill was fighting. I think it was at CFC2, and it was an entertaining fight.
Mhm.
And I know Adon's been waiting to get back in there, man. So the fact that he has an opportunity to get in the cage
Yeah,
versus a game opponent, man, I'm looking forward to that one at 135. Holy smokes! And that's just the middle of the
yeah.
card. We're just in the
They
middle
were
of the
supposed
damn
to
card.
fight.
Yeah, I think he did say
Yeah,
that, and it fell through before. So like, these
yeah,
guys have been looking at each other through the fence for X amount of months, and now they get to go at it.
yeah. They were supposed to fight in April at CFC3,
Uh-huh. And it fell through, but here they are at
and it fell through.
CFC4. They had to wait for the 4th of
Yeah,
July weekend, man, to see fireworks. So I'm excited for that one, man. Adon is a good guy, and McDill is
oh
game,
yeah.
man. So coming out of Albuquerque, I'm sure we can expect nothing less. But moving up, oh my God, Yanni, we got Munoz and Granados, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Yanni, 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 who fucking knocks everyone out.
Man, yeah, that literally guy has like stones in his hands. And tell me a little bit about Granados and where he's coming out of.
Uh, okay, so Granados, we know of him because we were supposed to fight him like I don't know how many years ago. Rudy was going to fight him in Albuquerque. Actually, fight fell through. So I know at that time he was with another team called Duke City. They were primarily strikers. So he is now out of Nobody's Villain, which is led by Nick Gonzalez and John Dodson, who was in the UFC.
Nice.
So that team is super badass right now in Albuquerque. It's like it's a newer team, but they're getting a lot of attention, and they have a lot of really good fighters out there. And then Yanni, well, I mean, Yanni's only
At J Pages?
yeah, he trains at J Pages, but yes, originally he's from El Paso. I mean, I don't. It was a really bad knockout in the last one where he won. Thankfully, Matt was okay, but yeah, he was out for a while. And I was there in Tucson when Yanni won in 7 seconds with a knockout too. So he just hits hard, man. So there's no way that this fight is boring because they both have very similar styles.
Yeah, with the guys that come forward, like those brawlers, I remember, you know what I mean? Like Yanni, I remember he was saying, man, he had lost, I think, at CFC 1 or 2. Then he was like, I'm not gonna let that happen again. And then he's on a 2-fight win streak with 2 KOs.
Yeah, he lost to Santi. I mean, it's not just anyone he lost to,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's a champ right now. So I mean, you can't. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing too. The fact that now I'm seeing like these guys fought. Like it's so crazy because even though it's a loss, I'm sure he learned from that. You know what I mean? And now you found another
Yeah.
game opponent to come down here, and that's cool. Albuquerque versus, I mean, New Mexico versus Arizona down here in El Paso.
Yeah. And honestly, it was hard to find Yanni a fight. I mean, he could tell you that he and I were talking for a while, and people kept saying no.
Is it one of those things like people just rather not find out, or they just like, you know what I mean? They just like they don't want that kind of fight.
I don't know, man. Honestly, like, I mean, I don't want to say they're scared. It's just, I don't know. Some people fights just don't make sense for them, or they
Yeah.
just don't like the fight stylistically, or their coach doesn't agree with it.
Yeah.
Essentially, your coach decides for you. Like you and your coach get together on it, but yeah, it took us a while, but I messaged Nick, and I think it was Nick who's handling the social media, and yeah, they agreed right away. They
Nice.
put Arturo in right away. He's a good striker too.
Nice. I like when guys like I love hearing that kind of stuff when people are like, hey, they didn't want to fight, or we couldn't find him a fight, and then some guy says, hey, I'll fight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I love hearing those kind of
yeah,
stories, man, because for every guy that says no, there's a lot of guys that will say yes. So, we're gonna have him come
yeah.
down and put on a great show down here in El Paso, brother.
Yeah, that's another team that's coming down for the first time. So I'm excited to host it because, like I said, as a promoter, as a matchmaker, well, part of CFC, I want people to experience CFC. Like I'm not trying to be biased, but I think we put on a good show, and I want people to come back.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And the fact that we got some new folks coming down from different cities and different gyms, they can partake in this. Because in Southwest, it's Southwest Combat Sports.
Yeah,
The more people that are supporting the whole scene, it's a win for everybody. It doesn't have to be just one promotion. It's everybody doing well, and
yeah,
the fact that all the different gyms want to come down here and fight for you guys it's awesome too. I mean, so but yeah, moving up from there. Now I'm starting to see some names that I know, but we got the exotic one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, our favorite ring boy from the last
Yeah.
event. You
CFC
know,
ring boy.
I mean, that fight fell through for him, and we spoke to, and I was asking how he felt, but he was still positive and everything. And now the fact that we got somebody lined up from, tell me about his opponent.
So his original opponent, Marvin Danduval, very, very good fighter out of Albuquerque. He's also from Nobody's Villain, but he got injured. But that fight, it was me as a matchmaker. I was like, oh, what a badass fight. But me as a coach, like, that was a very dangerous fight because Marvin is very, very good, super game. And then he ended up getting injured and had to pull out. Hopefully, speedy recovery to him.
Yep.
But this other team from Rough House, they like no hesitation. His name is Luis Medrano. He actually just fought the guy that Jeremy was supposed to fight, Quay Sean. So they just fought. Unfortunately, it didn't go his way. So every time someone loses, they always come back a little. They come back stronger because they don't want. They want to make up for that error, or for that loss. So yeah, he's coming in to fight the CFC ring boy.
Yeah, seriously, the exotic one. And it was funny because he is a character, but all jokes aside, man, I've been at the gym over there at EAKA, and that guy is hidden. You know what I mean? He takes the sunglasses off, and it just like that switch changes. You know what I mean? And I'm excited for him to get in there and put on a show with another person that you're like, hey, this guy just lost. He's not gonna come down here to lose, so I'm sure he's coming into enemy territory to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, and I have all of them on social media, so he's working hard. Like he's been working, so he's not like he's fighting some bum or whatever.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a very good fight. I'll be cornering down as well, so yeah. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to Jeremy fighting again. It's been a while since he fought, so yeah, definitely excited to have him back in there.
Awesome, man. All right, moving up. Now we got some title fights, if I'm not mistaken, and we got Dunning and Gutierrez. Holy smokes!
Yeah, that's a fight that not only me but some other promoters have been trying to make for a while now. So I'm glad I got to steal it from everybody.
Yeah, like Sergio got on my radar a while ago, and obviously I saw Calvin fight in the last one, and then I was like looking back and forth. I'm like, holy smokes, these guys are pretty much some of the top prospects in this area fighting each other.
Yeah, for sure. Top amateur flyweights in the Southwest for sure. Serge, I've known him for a while. Always see him like up in Albuquerque when I've always taken my students up there to go fight when I fought. I know him and his brother Hondo, and well, I mean, I'd have a good relationship with that team with John Judy of Fit HB. So yeah, but Serge, he's super entertaining. He's like a fan favorite. He's like the type of person you want to watch. He's never in a boring fight. He's trying to finish you at all times. And then Calvin, man, like he's exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Come to like just lay and prey on you. He's a wrestler, but his last fight he won like by a nasty TKO.
Yeah.
So he finished his fights.
Yeah.
So both these guys are gonna just come forward, and I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. But they have 5 rounds to figure it out. So
yeah, dude. If I'm looking at it, Dunning right now 4-2. You know what I mean? He won the belt. He defended the belt for you guys. Sergio currently at 5-2, right? Rightfully so in his area, New Mexico. But the fact that we get to see both of them fight here, how you said you stole a fight from all the other promotions, you know what I mean? Just jokingly, but the fact that, other people are like, hey, let's try to get these guys together. And the fact that it worked out for the timing for you guys, man, I'm excited as a fan, and for a lot of people that don't know, you guys don't know, these two guys are legit guys. You know what I mean? So the fact that Dunning's gonna have to come back and defend his title again, another, I guess, a game opponent, man, I'm excited for that.
I think, like, of the entire card, I think that was the fight I was most excited to announce. Like, when we got the flyer, shout out to Freddie for Badass Flyers. When he sent it to me, fuck, I wanted to post it like that moment, but I had to wait. I kept refreshing because I knew that people were gonna start going crazy and like on the comments and sharing and stuff, and they did. Like, that's why I even wrote like the caption is like, that a fight that gives you that oh shit feeling. Like, yeah. Because if I was just a fan and I saw it, I'd be, oh fuck, these guys are finally gonna fight.
Yeah, and the fact they get to do it at the CFC ring, man, Man, lights, camera, action for sure, man. And they're both respectful dudes, but I like the fact that they're just like they're both on their own journey and their own mission. And the fact that we get to, see them cross paths, because you know what I mean, this probably won't be the first or the last time. I mean, this won't be the last time. The fact that they're both so good and then they're in that same weight class, man. I'm excited for that one. But that one is a 5-rounder, right?
Yes, 5 round.
Dang. So moving up from there, we got Guapo and Perez.
Yeah, so unfortunately that fight fell.
Dang.
And then we had someone step up on short notice to say they said yes to Wapo. That fight fell too. So we're figuring it out as we go. But Wapo, this is the best I've ever seen him physically. This is the most I've ever seen him train. Not just striking, at his jiu-jitsu. I mean, he's a wrestler, but it's the most I've seen him do jiu-jitsu. His striking is like looking great right now. Like physically, like this is the best I've ever seen. Only because Joseph was the hardest fight that we had. And like I feel both of them, this could have been their last amateur fight because they're both ready for pro.
Mhm.
So I feel like they both could have gone pro after this fight. So that was the plan, beat Joseph and then we're going pro.
Yeah.
Just because it comes from a super, that team is fucking amazing out there. Joseph's super talented. Unfortunately, that fight fell through, and I know at some point they're gonna fight.
Yeah. And that's cool. I mean, we got Guapo at 7-1 and Joseph at 3-1 at the time. But this is part of the fight game. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people might get upset or hear like, hey, a fight fell through. A lot of these guys and girls are doing their best to show up on fight day, you know what I mean, and take care of themselves and stuff like that. But unfortunately, it's just part of the fight game. Even though, we all wanted to see Guapo fight him, it fell through. But, we might get him. We don't know. Yeah. We might squeeze in, but he's gonna be out there hanging out for sure, man. I know he's one of the crowd favorites and he's been defending the belt for you guys. But yeah, it does make sense for him to go pro. The fact that we had that conversation with him, and I wish him the best, and hopefully we get a sneak in a fight, maybe or not, but you're gonna still see him there, guys. So go say what's up to Guapo for sure.
Yeah, we have 3 days. Give me 3 days to find a fight.
Hey, man.
I'll do my best, guys.
Yeah, I love it, man, because some guys, like I said, some guys will just be like, you know what I mean? Yeah. We might just get one, but moving up from there, Perez and Cepeda moving up on that card.
Yeah. So Eli Perez from Pro Athletes in Juarez, he ended up being the main event for CFC1 when the main event fell through. Him and Jacobo ended up being the main event. Jacobo won that one, but it wasn't. Eli just came forward.
Yeah.
Eli just rushed him and just would not stop hitting him. I'm glad Jacobo has a hard head, man, because he did not go down. He did not back up at all. And Cepeda, we've seen him twice already on CFC. He's 1-1 with us. But in the back, right away he was like, "Hey, I want to fight. Like, I want to right this wrong or whatever." So and he's entertaining,
Yeah.
And just like I was talking to him, I told him like, "Hey, like you instantly became El Paso's villain. So we need you back."
Right.
And this fight, like, they're it's the same thing. Like I say this about every fight, but like they're literally just gonna stand in the middle and just. I don't know who's gonna go down, but for sure it's not going to a decision.
Yeah, man. Cue the Stone Cold music. And Cepeda walks out with his vest, man. I love he coming out there. He's like, well, the first at CFC2, he looked great and won, and then unfortunately it didn't go his way on the last one. But the fact that you as a promoter in the back, when somebody says, "Hey, man, I want to get back in there," just how 9 Live says, how good is that for you as a promoter and as a promotion? Like, man, these guys, like, it didn't go their way, and the first thing they're like, "Hey, I want to get back in there."
Yeah, I think being a fighter myself too. I think that's just something that we all have. Just like, man, like I need to go right this wrong. Like I'm better than this. Give me another shot or whatever. But it also has a lot to do with, I think, the promotion. Because if it was like a shitty promotion, people wouldn't want to fight for it.
Yeah.
And just like he played the part right. People want to see him back. Maybe not for the best reasons, but I want to see him.
Yeah, I mean, hate it or love it. You know what I mean? You could hate on a fan. I mean, people hate John Jones, but people love to see him fight as well. So, I mean, it goes both ways for Cepeda to come down here and put that villain mask on. I'm sure he has no problems, and hopefully he could right that wrong, or if not, Perez goes in there and gets his done himself. So the fact that you got two veterans from the promotion to come back to fight each other at the pro level, I'm excited for that one as well,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, and Eddie's coming off like a 20-second submission. So I mean, his confidence is riding high. It's gonna be a good, very very good and entertaining fight. Two
Ni-
similar styles.
Nice. And that's a pro fight, guys. And there's amateur fights,
Yeah,
but there's also pro fights. As we move up toward the top of the card, it will be pro fights. But
yeah, they're opening the pro card.
nah, okay, okay, I see how you had it set up here. And next one up, the moving up from there, we got the Camacho and Ovidio at catch weight at a pro fight.
Yeah, Ovidio Bojorquez. Yeah, he is out of Rise in Tucson, and Anthony Camacho. I mean, he's from El Paso. Uh, he's not necessarily from a gym. He's literally just repping El Paso because he'll just go around and train different. But he's been training forever. Super good guy, super good wrestler. Well-rounded everywhere. Hits really hard. I've been hit by him. Hits really hard. And Ovidio, he has more pro fights.
Yeah, I see. He
And
has 9.
yeah, he actually was. I don't know if he won, but he was like one of the like he was in like the conversation for knockout of the year for Combate. Yeah, so he's a really really good striker. Rise, they have a lot of really good fighters out there out in Tucson. So he took on short notice because Anthony's original opponent, unfortunately, got hurt. So yeah, they took it like on a week and a half notice. So I mean, anyone that does that deserves respect because I mean they have no idea who they're fighting. They're just saying yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying too. Is like there's people that will just what opportunity?
Yeah.
I've been training. You know what I mean? I've been training,
Yeah.
and the fact that like, hey, we could do it at a catch weight where it makes sense. You know what I mean? And save the fight. And the fact that you like it's the high risk, high reward, right?
Yes. And it's another team that's coming down for the first time, Rise. So we've gone to their event in Tucson. We fought over there. But now they're coming down. So
Yeah,
it's cool. Like it's cool to be able to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, again, I'm glad that, I'm excited that a new team's coming down to check out the show and fight on the show and be part of the show. Hopefully they enjoy it.
Yeah, man. And that's cool because a lot of the time, like the whole Southwest scene, I mean, now that I'm learning more and more and talking to you guys and being around you guys, it's cool the fact that you guys can reach out and be like, hey, I got a guy, I got a girl, and you guys can all start helping each other in your different areas. And the fact that, like, hey, we want to go down there now and we want to fight for you guys. So that's cool. I love hearing that kind of stuff because, like, it always goes back to what I was saying. It's everybody is helping each other out and supporting each other. Just the whole scene flourishes for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, just like me, like I don't only put my students on CFC. Like we go everywhere. Like we'll fight everywhere.
Hmm. All right. So that one's what's the couch weight for that one?
175.
Okay, 175. Boom. All right. So let's move up from there. And that's if I'm not mistaken, this is Trav and Austin for the welterweight on this one.
Yeah. So unfortunately that one fell too. Yes, that's yeah. So I'm working on it. Travis unfortunately got hurt. He had to pull out. But obviously, like anybody that pulls out, their safety comes first. Like
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So I mean, shit happens in the fight game. We train hard. No fighter ever goes into a fight 100%. Like
Yeah.
ever. But there's just some injuries that you can't ignore. Like it's
Yeah.
just too much. So, Austin Clayton, he's 4-0, 8-0 overall. That's coming down from a very prestigious gym in Extreme Couture. So we were super excited to have him down, to the show, like to CSC for the first time. So again, I'm working on it. I'm 3 days. I'm hoping for the best. I'm doing my best. I'm like the amount of calls I've made, messages, everything. Like I'm hoping for the best. Hoping I can really fill that spot.
Yeah.
And we can get him down here because yeah, he's an entertaining fighter, very good team, and it just sucks, on fight week to lose a fight. You trained hard, and the last week is really just cutting weights. I
Yeah.
mean, he's trained his ass off. I'm sure he sacrificed a lot.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can make that fight happen for him.
Yeah, I love you seeing that as a promoter too. You're like, hey man, like you could do your best as well too, and you're so considerate thinking about that. Hey, that guy put in his time as well. I mean, we just might get another guy to be like, you know what I mean, to raise your
Yeah.
hands. So but yeah, I hope Trav, has a speedy recovery, and I know I've been around him. He's a quiet guy, but he's not the type of guy that would just dip out of a fight just to dip out of a fight.
No, no, never, never. And yeah, so I know it's been bugging him for a while, and I think it was just like the last of it, like it kind of just gave out already.
Yeah.
Hopefully he recovers soon, and because he's just such an entertaining fighter, so
Yeah.
we definitely want to make that fight happen at some point.
Yeah, man. He doesn't talk much, but he talks with these for sure.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah, man. But the main event,
Yes.
Jacobo versus Ian. Holy smokes. Promotion's dream was after after Jacobo wins, Ian comes in. I mean, I was standing there with the camera. I was like, holy shit, this is wild. Like, I just felt it. I felt the tension. The crowd was all excited because the finish. Ian comes in, and I didn't get really out of hand, but it was enough to where like everybody was excited. You guys throw it up on the goddamn jumbotron, man. Holy smokes!
Yeah, we were thinking ahead. If this happens, then we're gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
If thankfully, yeah, because Jacobo was one of my training partners, so thankfully it happened that way.
Mm-hmm.
But it just set up as a promoter as well. It just set up the next event.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have. None of that was planned.
No.
Like the whole fighting thing.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have worked out any better for us as a promotion because they sold it themselves. Yeah, and I mean I like Ian. Ian, yeah, I have nothing against Ian.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah.
His team, I really like that. But he and I had already talked about it. Like,
Yeah.
hey, if Jacobo wins, like you're next.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah.
But thank you, Ian. Thank you, Jacobo, for selling our next event. And they're fighting each other for a reason. They're both really good. So
Yes.
last time they fought, that was actually the first time I ever cornered Jacobo, and he wasn't really training with me yet.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, hey, you're here, might as well. You want to corner me? And I was like,
Yeah.
cool, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. And then so then from there he switched, over to us, and then Ian also switched teams and he went with Borg.
Yeah.
And since then, they both made their pro debuts, and they had the exact same record, 3-1, and all their professional wins have been by finish. Ian's all have been by submission, and Jacobo's have all been by TKO or KO. So someone's getting finished.
Yeah, man. And I like that, like, with all jokes aside, with the promotion side, I mean, promotions do this all the time. They're already looking at fights when the fight card is there, and they look at the next card, they're like, all right, let's start potentially. So, I mean, the fact that you guys were already planning ahead, I mean, this is not something new. I mean, UFC does that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, they're waiting, like, all right, if this guy wins and this guy there's already the chatter. But the fact that how you said it was just like, all right, here's the playbook. And then you called the play and it worked. So you're like, oh shit, this is perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's and you're right too. The fact that they fought before, and they've been both ascending in their own different way, and they're both winning and finishing, and then the fact that it falls back for them to loop around and to fight in the pro, man, you can't write stories like this, right?
No, and like I said, like we planned out the whole, like, if he wins, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But what happened in there was all them.
Yeah.
Like, they I don't want to say they genuinely don't like each other. They just played the part real well. Like,
Yeah, of course. You gotta sell the goddamn fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's a very talented fighter, very
Yeah.
talented wrestler, very talented grappler. But he's overall good everywhere.
Yeah.
Jacobo, I train with him on a daily basis. I know how good he is. So this is like, as a promoter, I'm like, fuck yeah, as a
Yeah.
matchmaker, cool. But then I'm gonna put my coach hat on,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, good.
Yeah.
It's still a fight, so anything can happen. They're two very skilled fighters in their own way, and it just makes sense for them to fight.
Yeah, and that's another thing, goes back like with Dunning and Gutierrez, same thing. I mean, in the same area, doing well. The fact that we get to see them here, and at CFC, it's a treat for a lot of people to understand. Like these two guys, respectively, are really good, and the fact that that's our
Yeah,
main event for the 4th of July. I mean, the fireworks already set. Carlos, just light the
yeah,
just light
yeah,
the match, brother.
yeah. They're gonna light it. They're gonna light it in the cage. I promise.
Yeah, and that's for the pro flyweight title, guys. That's the top of the card. I mean, we rattled off a bunch of fights. I know that some fell through and for crowd favorites, but the fact that we still have a solid card. I mean, for you as a promoter, I mean, you plan all these fights, and God willing, everybody's okay and everybody shows up. I mean, we still got 13 fights for sure, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
13, and if for some miracle I can get 2 replacements, then we're gonna have 15 fights.
hey man, you could throw those Hail Marys, man. Somebody might just sign up, but the fact that we do have a solid card, regardless if we lost those 2 fights, man, I'm excited, man. Speaking Rock, July
Yeah.
5th.
So I will tell you, like, if you go to the show and you're a local, you're from the Southwest, don't leave when the show ends because we plan shit well,
Nice.
and the next fights are going to be announced that night.
Oh, you guys hear it first, so don't even leave. You guys better stay. Oh, I'm excited for that
Yeah.
little treat like that too. And that's so cool. Like the fact that it worked out. I know that you guys have had a successful event each time. And Speaking Rock's such a great location. Everybody comes out and has a good time. I know that you guys are close to selling out again, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That is amazing. How does
We're
that
like
feel?
right there.
How does that feel? I mean, you said that last time. I know you're really humble in the way you say, but you guys have gradually just been moving up, and I love seeing people win. I always tell people there's enough for everybody to win in different ways. You know what I mean? So the fact that you guys are just doubling the crowd and doubling everything, man, I'm happy for you guys, and glad to see that happening here in the Southwest, let alone in El Paso.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's really it's nerve-wracking because I mean, you guys don't see everything that we do, everything that we see. Sometimes the numbers like they look like shit, and we're like, dude, this is gonna be a shit show. And then El Paso comes through,
Yep.
and yeah, we're about to sell out again. So don't wait, get your tickets, and like we've been talking about all this, like all the fights, right? The important stuff, but we didn't even mention the UFC stars coming.
Oh my God. Let's talk about that. That's a good. See, that's the thing that goes back to what you were saying, man. Is it's the fights are a good focal point, but the fact that it's a show and it's an event, man. Let's talk about some of the special guests you guys have coming out.
Yeah, we have Carlos Pacheco.
Oh man, boo that guy. Boo that guy. Boo.
This time we have Alexa Grasso and Brandon Moreno. I
Dude.
mean, yeah,
Both in their
of them,
own,
like,
yeah,
it's
both in their own right, ex champs, high level. I mean, the fact they're gonna come hang out over here, like, come on, man. How does that play come in? Like, to get people to want to come down and be like, hell yeah, that show sounds amazing. Talk about how
So, like,
all the background play that you guys have to do for people to get excited to come down here.
it started with Chito. Like, we're like, oh, we should, because for CSC1 we didn't bring anyone, and then for CSC, I didn't even know where the idea came from, and then it just ended up happening. Like, it
Yeah.
worked. Like, Victor Davila, who they go to Elite. He works with the UFC,
Mhm.
and then I think I mean, I know it was through him. And then he ended up telling us, like, yeah, like Chito said he's down, like he's gonna go. And then they made a video saying, hey, we'll see you at CFC and shit. And like,
That's cool.
That was super cool. And then we just kind of kept going, like, hey, like, we can't not do this every event.
Yeah.
So like we've tried to bring a lot of people, and then like, don't trust, we're shooting up high, and these ended up just saying yes.
That's
It all
awesome.
worked out. So Friday, they'll be at the weigh-in. Saturday they'll be at the fights, and then Sunday they're doing a seminar at Pebble Hill High School. The seminar, don't quote me on this, but if you pay for the seminar, I believe it gets you a ticket to the event as well. So you can do, for the same price, you get to go to the event, the seminar, and the meet and greet there that Sunday.
Nice. And that's cool. And like last event, you guys had Carlos Condit, you know what I mean? And you guys had Bullet, you know what I mean? So the fact that that's so cool, that the fact that and that brings like the show part. You know what I mean? The fact that people come
Yeah,
to see and they're gonna be hanging out, I'm sure, in their meet and greet. So the fact that they're gonna even run a seminar the next day, that's so cool. Because I know it's a seminar
yeah,
and a meet and greet.
yeah. It's too. Some people didn't want to do a seminar, so we also made like a meet and greet just for that. And then, yeah, like it's so like that's another thing. Like as soon as we locked them in, like I want to announce it so bad. I want to tell everybody, but I can't.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like it's super cool. Me as a fan of like mixed martial arts and like UFC, like I'm a fanboy.
Yeah.
So like I'm super excited. I'm super excited to meet them. Um, especially being like a Hispanic community, like
Yeah,
we
of
couldn't have
course.
picked better people to
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah, no, that's perfect, dude. That's exactly, and that makes sense because like for them to come down and like a lot of people are like, oh shit, they're Hispanic, you know what I mean? And they're at the highest level
Yeah,
fighting, and the fact that they come out here and hang out and support the fighters and the promotion, and and get to do cool things in the city. That's cool that you guys were able to kind of get them down here, man. So props on that.
yeah. So it's a treat for all of us.
Yeah, man. Holy smokes. But yeah, 13 fights. We got some great appearances. We got the seminar on Sunday, man. But I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to see everybody to go out there and showcase, and I hope everybody has a safe trip down, man. But before we get out of here, any last words, man? Mr. Promoter Carlos, sir?
Uh, Um, just thank you to everybody for making this possible. All I'm doing is putting fights together. But if it wasn't for the fighters willing to fight, coaches willing to come down, families, people buying tickets and stuff, CFC would be nothing. So thank you so much to everybody who's supported, shared a story, liked a post, invited a friend, won a giveaway, anything. Thank you guys. I really really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. That the sport's growing more and more in this area, and then El Paso, and I love seeing you guys do your thing and bringing all these people in and bringing all this talent, man. But I'm excited to be out there, guys. July 5th, come down, see some fireworks before you see some fireworks at night, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So before we get out of here, doors open at.
Uh, door doors open at 5. Just so because we get a long line, so
Yes.
we have to open doors 2 hours early this time. Fights start right at 7. We're prompt, so right at 7, the first fight will start.
Yeah, well, get it there early, have a drink, hang out. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys will have some music. Everybody's hanging out, man, and yeah, dude, it's a whole show. You know what I mean? It's a whole show.
Yeah,
And everybody gets to hang out and see people. The fact that there's so many other fighters from different gyms and different cities, it's a good little melting pot of different people just hanging out and enjoying some fights as well.
yeah, and even the coaches that are coming down, like you have former UFC fighters. You have Ray Borg who challenged for the title. You have John Dotson who challenged for the title. And Anthony Burchek works with CFC. He's gonna
Yeah,
be the
Uncle
ring
Tony,
announcer.
ring,
Yeah,
Uncle
he's gonna be the
Tony.
commentator. He was in the UFC, and yeah, I mean, and plus the UFC stars. Like we just have a bunch of really cool people hanging out. So, and you can't miss the first fight. It's the first of its kind for us. So, striking fight with just MMA gloves. Like, I mean, that's for people who think the ground is boring and stuff. Like, there's your fight.
Right, there you go. Don't complain. Show up early, buy a beer, sit down, and enjoy some fights, man. But I just want to thank you, man, for your time and stuff. I know we've always crossed paths, and I appreciate you always giving me your time, man. I've been enjoying the fact that I get to cover the sport and getting to know all you guys, man. And I always like to give you props, man. You were the first interview I ever did for my fight talk show, and I appreciate you, brother.
No, I appreciate you for picking little old me.
Yeah, man. And little old me, you pick little old me, man. So I appreciate that shit too, guys. But yeah, man, July 5th, guys, make sure you guys get your tickets. I think they're 94%, maybe 95% sold.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that you might not get a ticket, you don't want to pay the just pay, show up, watch some great fights, hang out, man. But again, man, thank you so much for your time, man. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
You guys keep up with us. Fight Talk here with Jimmy Dukes. We talk to all different combat sports athletes in the Southwest, man. If you guys are tapping in for the first time, I appreciate you guys. Check out what we got going on here on the channel with combat wise and things with me. And but yeah, man, until next time, peace out, guys. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, good shit, man.